Those of you that have been following my videos know that I've done extensive work on the rear floor pan on this 914, and in fact replaced the whole back half. I suspected that the front pan was in pretty good shape. Excuse me, and that is the case. I have had to put in 2 patches, and there are a few little perforations here or there. But at this point, I mean, I'm seeing so much good metal here. I think it'd be not a good idea to replace the front pan. So I am going to rust treat this half, the bottom and the top, and then find some kind of super thick primer, self-etching primer, and give it a heavy coat, both top and bottom. And I think this will be good to go. When I put this patch in over here, it really helped that jack point. There was some rust immediately beside it. And then this patch adjoins the new rear pan. So I'm going to put some plastic down and treat all this stuff really, really well. And we'll see what it looks like after that. I used this product on the front floor pan, and so far it looks like it's doing a good job. I just applied it yesterday afternoon. I think it needs a little bit more time to cure up, but on the top side, inside the driver compartment, I put down a coat of self-priming, self-etching primer, and then put this undercoating over the top of it. On the bottom, I just put the undercoating directly to the bare metal. So we'll see how the results are. Let me go over there and I'll show you how it looks so far. All right, so the 2 coats, and it goes on pretty thick. Once I'm done with all this, I'm going to come back with seam sealer anyway and get all the little imperfections in my welding. And I've got a couple of holes here. I bought some plugs for them. Those are factory. I'm not sure what purpose they serve. Maybe to let the water out if you drive this thing into a creek. I don't know. Also, I still have yet to weld all the way across here. I'm kind of debating about that. I mean, structurally it's solid now, but obviously there's an open seam. I could just put seam sealer on that and be done with it. Or I could weld all the way across. Haven't decided what I'm going to do on that yet. But that's the reason I stopped with the undercoating there. And then of course this is the fresh pan that I put in the rear pan. Let me bring the car down. I'll show you the interior. So again, these pans were pretty good shape in the front. That's the reason I really hesitated to. Looks like we're got some cracking in the material here. And I'm not sure why that's happened. So probably what I'll do when I finish welding the joint between the 2 pans, and I got a cross member that needs to come in, I'm gonna have to sand that down and reapply perhaps. And also some cracking in here I see. So, and it hasn't quite cured. So yeah, I'm not sure why that's happened, because all this was thoroughly cleaned. There are some remnants of the sound deadening material. I mean, nothing major, and it doesn't really look like that caused the cracking in the new material. So I have to evaluate that. So same on the driver's side. Actually looks shiny. Not sure why that is. But I mean, at least the metal's got something over it. So there probably was a reaction between the two primers, I suspect, because this is the side that I put the self-etching primer on, and on the instructions on the rubberized, supposedly you can put it over any other primer, but that doesn't appear to be the case. So yeah, kind of sucks, but you know, it's not going to stop me from making progress. I'll report back what I find about the interaction between the self-etching primer and this rubberized undercoating.